Hi, my name is Joseph Parker, WBO champion of the world, and you're watching Sporting Icons.
All right, everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And of course, all of you are stupendous. Now, Joseph Parker said that he wants to knock out Dereck Chisora and really knock him out. And I'll put the article for that in the description box as always, plus many other things that he talks about. Now, Dereck Chisora, of course, he's been his usual dry humour. He says he's going to knock his dingo ass out. In other words, calling him Australian. Isn't the first time Joseph Parker would have been called an Australian, and won't be the last time. So this would be water off a duck's back for Joseph Parker. Of course, he's from New Zealand. And Joseph Parker has also said that Dereck wore Chisora. What is he good for? Absolutely nothing. Again, these guys and their banter at its best, right? Brilliant. Now, this fight is going to intensify a little bit closer to the time, especially when these guys get to a press conference. And reason being, Dereck Chisora, he's going to be the one having the digs, having the sarcasm, having this, that and the other. Joseph Parker is going to sit there, smile and laugh. Joseph Parker doesn't really engage in too much of that verbals. But because he laughs, Dereck Chisora don't like when people laugh at him, much like he doesn't like bottles. Okay, he doesn't like people laughing at him, and of course this is probably going to enrage Dereck Chisora, and he's going to start flipping tables and God knows whatever else. Okay, so things are going to get pretty interesting as and when they have a face-to-face head, a round table or a press conference in general, however it's going to be. That's when it's going to start to intensify. David Haye, of course, he all the way through toward this fight, David Haye is going to talk about how Dereck Chisora. This is probably the best camp that he's ever had. And he hasn't seen him train this hard. He's really motivated, and unlike the last camp, everything's going well. Sparring's going well. He's in great condition, and now's his time. He's at the peak of his condition, and he's going to throw the word in their planet several times as well. Okay, it's what David Haye does. So, how's the fight going to go? Now, is Joseph Parker going to knock out Dereck Chisora? Is Dereck Chisora going to knock his dingo ass out, as he calls him? Either one is possible for sure, but unlikely. Okay, it's unlikely that Dereck Chisora is going to knock out Joseph Parker. I haven't seen anything from Joseph Parker that would suggest he can get knocked out. We've seen him get dropped hard by Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte hit him with his best shot. Usually when Dillian Whyte hits you, you go to sleep from that left hook. Parker did go down for the first time in his career. Arguably second time, of course, it was a clash of heads. But he got up again and carried on fighting. He took the rest of the round off, if you like, and then started to come alive and really put it on Dillian Whyte after that, okay? So that knockdown, that big punch, pretty much woke him up because Dillian Whyte was bullying him, right? And for this fight, this is pretty much how Dereck Chisora is going to be. He's going to try and bully Joseph Parker. But is Joseph Parker going to allow Chisora to bully him the same way Dillian Whyte did? Hopefully, and I do believe that he will have learned from that Dillian Whyte fight, where he's not going to allow Dereck Chisora to bully him. Dereck Chisora, if this fight goes past a couple of rounds, he's going to start hitting Joseph Parker in the balls. Okay, this is what Dereck Chisora does. He does it pretty much every fight against every opponent. That's what he does. Okay, he's a ball puncher. Okay, and rather than Joseph Parker look at the referee and complain and start rubbing himself and whatever else to try and get a bit of time and everything, he's going to have to start doing it back, okay? He's going to have to be also a bully. The way to beat a bully is to be a bully, right? That is what Joseph Parker's going to have to do in this fight. We know Chisora, he's going to come marching forward and he's going to be trying to throw some haymakers toward him, and Joseph Parker's going to be on the back foot, dancing around, counter-punching him, throwing some jabs out, maybe standing still and throwing a couple of combinations together once in a while and then retreating again. Okay, that's pretty much how the fight would ordinarily go. But in this one, Joseph Parker's going to have to do something different. He's going to have to be the one to put it on Dereck Chisora. Okay, he can't do what Dillian Whyte done to Dereck Chisora. Okay, he can't be the one to walk on the back foot around the ring and wait for a counter, because Dillian Whyte, he knew if he hits Chisora with that left hook, he's going to sleep. He knew that. Parker doesn't really have that mustard in his shots anymore. He used to have it. I don't quite know what happened. But ever since he become world champion, that seems to have dipped. I don't know why. But he's an exceptional boxer and he can be aggressive. And he's going to have to be aggressive in this fight. Dereck Chisora, every time he stepped up, he's taken a loss, right? He lost to Vitaly Klitschko. No shame in that one, of course. He got stopped by David Haye. He got beat twice by Tyson Fury. Second time, actually quit against Tyson Fury. He lost to Kubrat Pulev, lost to Robert Helenius, and a couple of others, okay? The only time he did kind of step up and did get the win was against Carlos Takam, when Carlos Takam was beating the dog out of him. He was punching Chisora all over the ring. Had that been any other night, any other referee, a referee may well have stepped in, even in the first round, and stopped the fight. But Chisora, he weathered the storm and caught Takam with a punch from hell, okay? And Takam went down, and Chisora could just jump in and finish him off, okay? So, yes, he did take a step up there. He did get the win. But he had to go through hell and back to get that, just to land that one punch, okay? But can he knock out Parker? As I said, I haven't really seen anything that will suggest that Parker can be knocked out, which is why I've always said that you put him in the ring with Deontay Wilder, he's going to outbox Deontay Wilder. And even if Wilder does hit Parker with that big right hand, he may well go down, he may get hurt, but can Parker be knocked out by Wilder? I'm saying no. But listen, everybody's got that button, okay? So maybe Chisora can, maybe Wilder can, who knows, right? Now, as I said, this fight is going to have to be a case of Parker is going to have to be the aggressor. When you look at their common opponents, okay, as I said already there with Chisora against Takam, Joseph Parker has also fought Takam. And he was pretty much on the back foot for most of that fight. Not all of it, of course. But he would go on the back foot, throw out the jab every time Takam would come in and start throwing some big punches himself. Parker would counterpunch him. Throw like a cheeky little combination back himself. Okay? Another common opponent, as I said, Dillian Whyte. We've seen it. Dillian Whyte, he was happy to be losing the fight, in the second one especially, and then counter Chisora, wait for the opening, and put him to sleep. With Joseph Parker, he allowed Dillian Whyte to bully him and went down for the first time in his career, but he got back up again. So there's kind of like the similarities, but just because something happened with similar opponents doesn't mean that when you put these two together, we automatically know the outcome. Of course we don't. But when you really look at it, this has got everything to do with Parker. This is Parker's fight to lose. It's Parker's fight to win. Everything in this fight will be dependent on Joseph Parker. Chisora will have a say, of course, but Parker, this is entirely on Parker. He's got the youth. He's got the footwork. He's got the hand speed. He's got the engine. He's got all of this. Everything is at the advantage of Joseph Parker. But a lot of this is going to be dependent on his mindset in this fight. Yes, he is away from home. Parker, he has fought 3 times in the UK. He lost to Dillian Whyte, lost to Anthony Joshua, and beat Hughie Fury. Okay? But Dereck Chisora has also lost on UK soil a few times, okay? So even home advantage isn't really in the favour of Dereck Chisora. But of course, if you listen to David Haye, of course, you know at some point he's going to be coming out with it, okay? As I said, and throw the word planet in on several occasions. But for me, I would think that Joseph Parker is entirely up to him in this fight. He's got all the advantages, but also it's his fight to throw away. Remember, he's the only guy to beat Andy Ruiz Jr., okay? Experience, you could kind of point towards Dereck Chisora for sure, but ultimately that kind of experience, he's always lost in that experience, right? With Joseph Parker, in his very short young career, he's also got experience with different styles as well. Joseph Parker's resume is pretty damn good, all right? So for me, I think that Joseph Parker can knock out Chisora, but only if he goes at him and be the aggressor. If he's waiting to counterpunch him the same way that Dillian Whyte did, I don't think it's going to work. I'm not saying it definitely won't work. I'm just saying that I don't believe it will work. Because for whatever reason, Parker, he doesn't plant his feet and put full mustard on his shots anymore. I don't really know why in his last fight against Alex Leopold. But in that fight, you could see that he was trying some new techniques. So whatever it was that him and Kevin Barry have been doing in training, he tried it on Alex Leopold, because Alex Leopold was never going to really be a danger for him. Okay, so we can't draw too much on that one. Maybe Dereck Chisora will, right? But hey, listen, you never know. For me, I think that Joseph Parker will win this fight. I believe he'll win it probably on points by quite a wide margin. Quite a wide margin. But anyway, listen, that's my thoughts. And of course, you dropped me yours. Joseph Parker says he really wants to knock out Dereck Chisora. And Dereck Chisora, of course, says that he wants to knock his dingo ass out too. So have to wait and see, right? Either way, exciting fight, exciting card. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.